for fast, cheap, and reliable Madden 21 Ultimate Team coins. Make sure you guys go check out my sponsor, Easy Mutt. Use code VENOM at checkout for 5% off. Yo, what's good guys, Venom Fire here back from the video, and today I'm bringing you guys my new air assault offense. It's going to be out of the gun doubles formation in the run and gun playbook. This formation and this playbook as a whole has a ton of unique passing plays. You see we got some jet touch passes. This fake jet pass power is a really good red zone play. And then we got this PA zone read that is really the best play in the entire offense. It's such a great play. You have a deep post type crossover, and then you also have a crosser behind it with a couple of drag routes. We got this read option, and then we have angle smash. You got an angle route, and then a PA dagger. Now, I might be a little bit slow in this video. This is my first time hopping on the next gen Madden, and I know a lot of you guys do not have the next gen Madden as well, so this scheme does work in regular Madden 21. The game is going to look different, it's going to play different on next gen, but the overall plays, setups work, so I do think that is going to be successful transferring over, and it obviously does work on next gen as well. So let's go ahead, set our audibles here. You've seen I've gone ahead, preset them. We got PA zone read, read option, angle smash, and PA dagger. I'm going to be showing you them against zone and man coverage. But yeah, those are the plays. There's obviously a couple of other, decent plays. We got shallow cross right here on the left. That does have a deep post that you can honestly do whatever. But right here, I'm just using no abilities. You don't need any abilities to run this. And also, I might just show the touch pass at the end of the video. But with that being said, let's just go ahead, hop straight into it. I'm actually going to start out with this PA zone read. Again, it is my favorite play in the entire playbook. Let's just start out in that. Now on the defensive side, I'll just start out in a cover 2. Again, we will run some man coverage later. And again, give me a second. This is my first time running, this on next gen, but here's the look. So you notice when I come out in my doubles, I'm with my tight end on the short side. The reason for that is just because I want my crosser on this side, and I obviously want more space for my wide receivers to work in the case that I'm running other plays. So that's just the base reason why I went ahead and did that. A couple of abilities you could use are, again, Gunslinger, obviously really good ability for passing. You could use Tight End Apprentice, gives you a couple of other setups, and maybe like a Slot Apprentice as well. But yeah, let's start out with this PA zone read. What we're going to go ahead and do, first things first, is just run the base setup. Now, one thing I want to do is I like to motion Williams in because I want that crosser not have to travel as far down the field. It does kind of give away what you're running, but it still is going to help. So just stock. We're going to roll out here, and you see able to throw that crosser over the top. Again, you do see the game plays a little bit differently. Zones play a little bit differently, but typically that would also be cover 2, cover 3 in current gen as well. So again, the setup was just to motion Williams inside. You can obviously cancel the play action, just block your running back, but we also got 2 drag routes. Then Keenan Allen's on a little bit of a weird route. I don't even know if you can call it a post. It's kind of in between a post and a crosser. This is going to be helpful for our man coverage beaters, but again, right here, I'm not going to necessarily talk about it. Again, we can roll out. That was a bad read. Cloud flat played deep, so I should throw in the drag, but again, it gives you a little bit of a high-low read. Now with some other setups I like to run, I like to go ahead, throw B on a slant and Y on a little just flat route like this, or out route. You obviously want to put him on a flat before he gets motioned over, or I could even put him on like a smoke screen right here after I do the motion. With A, you could throw him on like a street clear out or whatever, and then I could throw RB on an option. So here's an example of something I would do. You see we got a little 2 high-low reads basically with the crosser and other things. Here I'm going to throw to B, able to get the completion. I did get hit. And a lot of times in this next gen, I've noticed that receivers do get bumped a little bit, so that is kind of annoying. Obviously in current gen, they don't really get bumped too much, but again, with that setup, you want to put Y on a flat, B on a slant, and then A on a streak, or B on an option, and then you want to motion Mike Williams over on that crossing route. Again, you can't motion snap out of it, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Again, you see the slant, able to get open on that. I could also wait it and throw the crosser. But overall, really good play. Again, we got some more stuff for man coverage. Does beat man coverage. The crosser does still work from the wide side also. You don't necessarily have to motion it over, but it's something I like to do. I've noticed a lot of times I get shedded, but you can go ahead and throw like a chop block. I can check down, and then I can still throw the crosser. But I noticed that the crossers do get defended a little bit better when that happens. So that's pretty much it for PA zone read. Not too many setups, obviously. You can do kind of whatever you want with this. I could even like put Y on a slant, and then maybe I throw him on a motion slant. I keep A, maybe I put A on like a flat, and then I would just motion Guyton over here. So we got the crosser to slant type combo. The crosser almost acts as a post route. And then Y, I could have thrown Y. B does open up, so I'm going to try and run that again. Hopefully I don't get shedded. The Chargers do have a god-awful right tackle in the game right now, which is a little bit annoying. But you know, you got to deal with what you're working with. So again, Y on a slant, A on a fly, I'm going to motion them over. And here I'm trying to hit B against the cover 2. You see there we are able to complete over the middle of the field. So again, it's almost like a deep post. But let's move on to some other plays. Let's go to the read option here. Now read option, very, very solid. Running the ball in current gen, next gen, it's very difficult to run the ball. If you've never seen any gameplay, take a look here. Eckler, he's going to be a little bit of a struggle to run the football. It really does take a while for them to accelerate down the field. It makes it a little bit more realistic, but obviously it's more difficult to play. You see how slow he's just running, and that's me holding right trigger. You know, I'm not just running normally. I am holding that right trigger button. You see able to get through the hole. Inside zone's still good, even though running the ball is worse in next gen. You still want to mix it in, and again, if you're on current gen, which I'm assuming the majority of you guys are on, then running the ball is still very good in that mode, so don't hesitate to run the football a lot. Read options this year really good. Even if I keep it with Herbert there, he is pretty slow, but with a faster QB, you can do a little bit more. But yeah, just overall, very solid run. You can use a little bit of motion. I can motion Keenan over, just like this, which again, we do have a setup where Keenan Allen motions, so it's not the end of the world. And you see seals off the edge really well. Again, in current gen, that's even better. So that's pretty much our only run. Again, we do have the jet sweep. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So with that being said, let's move on to angle smash. Now with angle smash, we really want to use this table route with Eckler. So just my base setup, what I like to do is I like to just throw B on a curl and X on a smoke screen. X is already on a hitch. I like the smoke screen a little bit better. The corner routes don't run as well this in next gen. In current gen, they still run normally. But you'll just see Guyton, he's not going to run that good at all. First read is going to be the smoke screen, or I mean, our first read is going to be that angle route. First one I'm going to show you is that smoke screen against cover 2. Always open, usually is open against cover 3 as well. So again, X on a smoke screen, B on a curl. I can throw A on like a flat if I like that a little bit better. And obviously I'm going to check down A. He's going to be the one open. The flats really are open against cover 2 a lot of the time, majority of the time. So again, that's our first setup. I'll show it one more time here. Pretty good play to quick snap. You always want to have a couple of plays where you can just come out on the field and snap the ball. Again, I could throw that angle route. Geez, Herbert missed that, but you can, definitely check down if you want. Moving on, we do have a couple of other setups with this play. Now, one of the things that I like to do is just go with like Y on a slant, and then I actually motion B over, and then kind of put them on like a flat to curl route combo on this weak side. So I would do something like this with A on a flat, or I could block A, where I would just have the curl flat combo on the left, and then I would have the angle route tracing it. Really just, again, gives you another high-low read with the slant to angle route. Here, the angle route's going to be open. Could have thrown the slant as well. But again, really, in next-gen Madden, it's about creating those high-low read combos. Again, with that setup, I'm going to motion Keen over, throw him on a flat, and then I like to throw Y on a slant and A on a flat, X on a curl. So again, here's the setup. You don't really have a deep threat down the field. If I want to, I could throw B on maybe a streak, something like this, just to get a little clear out down the middle of the field, and then I can actually throw that deep. So again, against cover 2, that streak's going to be open. Cover 3 would be covered. Now with one more setup out of this angle smash play, what you want to go ahead and do, motion Guyton over from left to right. We're going to turn him into a post route. Now in this case, I'm actually going to block my halfback. But what I like to do, again, I'm going to do a little curl flat combo on that right side. This is similar to Saints outside of Y off trio, if you know what that is, but I'm going to throw A on a flat, B on a curl, and I'm just going to put X on a backside dig. So it's going to look like this. Guyton doesn't have really good route running, so he's not going to run that post very crispy, but you see he's still able to get to the top. In next gen, the route running really does matter. In current gen, that post is going to run a lot better than it does here. So again, motion guiding over, you're going to block your running back, B on a curl, A on a flat, X on just a dig route. If I wanted to, maybe I could throw RB on like an option or a curl, but since we have to motion that guy over, we can't do much. You can obviously check down, make that play on the sideline. Basically just gives you 2 high-low reads. Really nice combo that I like to do. But with that being said, let's move on to our last play, and then we'll hop into some man coverage beaters. We got PA Dagger. So this is primarily good against cover 2. First things first, what we're going to do is block our running back. We're going to motion Keenan Allen over. And then what I like to do is throw X on a smoke screen. We're going to put A on a backside dig like this. So here's a look at the setup. I could put A on a curl if I wanted. So I like to run it like this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and roll out and hit Keenan Allen. I also like to smart out Keenan Allen. I'm not sure if it does anything, but I notice he does run it a little bit shorter. On the play art, you can't really see a difference, but what we're going to do is roll out. We're either going to throw it to Y if the safety goes outside, or we're going to throw it to Keenan Allen, who is usually the guy we throw it to. So we're going to roll out here, and you see Keenan Allen gets wide open on that little corner route. So again, we're turning the post into a corner. That type of a route is pretty good against man coverage as well. So motion Keenan Allen over, X on a smoke screen, A on a backside dig, and then I can throw RB on just a little option. Again, your objective here is to roll outside and throw it to Keenan Allen. Sometimes the receivers, again, in next gen do get bumped. That's going to be a lot better on current gen with a lot of these plays. But again, this is just, I haven't even played next gen online yet, so this is just a first impression for me. One more time, smart route B, RB on an option, A on an in route, smart route A, X on a smoke screen. Y is already on that stock streak, so we can actually leave him. Now, motion snapping is a little bit interesting. I'm not the biggest fan of it. You see here, he's actually going to play a lot deeper when we motion snap. So again, be careful about motion snapping. I've noticed that letting your player set is a little bit better than going with the motion snap. But yeah, with that being said, we're going to hop into man coverage now. Alright, here we are in man coverage. I'm going to start out with the same play we left out in PA Dagger. And again, we're going to run the pretty much exact same route combination. Let's pretend that you don't know if it's man or zone. And I'm just going to lock my running back because I know that I'm running a blitz on defense. But again, we're going to try and hit Keenan Allen right here. We're going to roll out, and you see he gets really nice separation on his post route. He did get a little bit bumped, which again, you will see. If you don't want that receiver getting bumped at all, what you're going to do is just throw Y on a drag instead of his clear out. We obviously don't need the clear out anymore because we went ahead and we're running man coverage. We don't need any clear out, so I can throw Y on like a backside drag, and that allows me to block my halfback. Again, I'm going to motion Keenan over. I can motion snap it, and you see he gets a little bit of a boost. That's where I can lob pass it over the top. So actually against man coverage, sorry, I confused those. You do want to motion snap against man coverage. Against zone coverage, it's better to let him set. I know that can be a little bit of a tell over time, but again, not enough time to really switch your defense after you see a motion and you see him set or snap the ball. So again, you're going to motion Allen over, same route combination, but we're just throwing Y on a drag. Again, you see Herbert throw that beautiful pass. We lobbed it. Make sure you don't bullet it because they can get some click on pick animations. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the man coverage beater out of the PA Dagger play. Let's go to the PA zone read. So again, I mentioned this a little bit briefly earlier. You're going to motion Allen over. Just for a stock play, motion him over and snap the ball. He's on a little bit of a crosser, and look at the separation we go. That was a terrible pass lead. If that was cover 0, it still would have been a reception, but because it is a cover 1, he's going to actually play that. So I could have went ahead, bullet past that if I wanted to. Doesn't really make too big of a difference though in the separation. So again, you're going to motion Allen over. You see there, he's going to get really nice separation. I was actually able to bullet it, just lead to the outside. So that route is really good against man coverage. I really like these two plays. And obviously with PA zone read, let's pretend he has deep halves to the left side or whatever. We still do have some things going for us on the other side of the field with the crosser. So let's pretend that our first read is taken away. What I would do is I'm going to roll out here, and you see our crosser is wide open there with Mike Williams. So even though he is kind of set, he could get pressed, but they're going to shade over the top, and he's going to be able to make that play. So that's pretty much it for the man coverage beaters. There's obviously a couple of other things I could do. I could throw over like a motion slant. This play would still beat man coverage with like A on a flat. But you see I can also low ball that crosser right off the bat. Again, this play is a lot better on current gen than next gen. Really good on next gen. So that shows you how dominant it can be on current gen Madden. Moving on to our last play, we got this angle smash. Just running this stock. It's a little bit interesting. Corner out you would think is going to torch man. It does sometimes, but the way that he runs the corner out is a little bit different. Obviously, current gen, he's going to run the route really well every time. You see getting pretty good separation to the outside, so that is a throwable ball against man coverage. On the back end, we got our guy Austin Eckler, who's going to just torch it. The angle routes are really good in next gen. That's something that I have definitely noticed. So you want to use those heavy, and that's why I love this gun doubles, because you have one of these angle routes. It's really important to have like an angle route, certain routes in your offense, so that you can build plays around them. That's really what we do with angle smash here. Just going to work. He's going to beat the man coverage every time. If I had like a slot apprentice, I would throw Y on a backside crosser or something. But again, we can go with pretty much the same setup, where I would go with something like this. Y on a slant, RB on an angle. I could also block my tight end. Just something base. Got a little curl flat combo. Curl flats sometimes get open, but you see it's very similar to current gen where they actually get picked off. But yeah, so that's a nice man coverage beater. Again, I could maybe throw like X on a slant, A on a flat, B on a curl, block my running back with Y on his post route. Just like this, you see Guyton, he has terrible route running. He's not going to get separation, but that's something you could throw. So that's pretty much going to do it for the video. I think I'm just going to show you guys that jet touch pass briefly, and then we will be out of here. Again, sorry about, the next gen conversion. I'm going to play a lot of games by tomorrow's video, so hopefully I can have something cooked up. I'm probably going to try and do a defense. Let's just show you guys this jet touch pass. Overall, jet touch passes are going to be really good, because you see the running backs are super slow, so getting more speed out there, really nice, and you don't have to waste, acceleration or whatever getting to the outside of what you do running the ball. It takes forever to get to the outside, but here you have a clear path. That was terrible run stick, but I'm still getting used to the run stick, but current gen, that's really good as well. So one more time, and we will try to cut this one inside. You see terrible stick, but we get suctioned into an animation. But yeah, it's going to do for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and peace. I'm out of here.